Okay, the man in his prime lifestyle. One of my favorite topics of all time. I apologize in advance for any swear words, for any aggressive looking into the camera. That might happen. Not guaranteed, but it might happen. After watching this video, you will own your fucking life. It's as simple as that. After watching this video and doing the call to action, you're in the best fucking way to not only own it with girls, but also own it with whatever you're setting yourself. Okay? Whatever you're setting in your mind. Important to know, there's always two kinds of phases we men go through. By man, I mean mankind. Okay? And that is the expansion phase of hustling hard, getting out there, penetrating the world with love and your passion, whatever it is. And the contraction phase, which is where you want to chill a little more, when you want to settle down with a girl. You're naturally going through those, but it is your responsibility to leverage the expansion phases to such an extent that the contraction phases are just short intermezzos that are aimed to get you back into the expansion phase. And I have to say here, the reason why I'm saying this is 99.99999% of the people are in this perpetual contraction phase. It's crazy and it's sad. It really makes me sad. 99.9% of people are just coping. They're sitting at home, working from Monday to Friday, looking forward to the little Saturday and Sunday that gets them away from their shitty fucking 9-to-5 job. That is okay. There could be worse. They hang out with their naggy fucking wife with her saggy tits, or the stupid fucking beta male husband that they're not happy with, but they're too fucking lazy to step up, so they just accept their shitty little contraction phase. So you and me, my friend, are going to do the following. We're going to get out there and we're going to create the best expansion phase that you've ever seen in your goddamn fucking life. It's time to take action now. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be harsh. But trust me, it's going to be freaking worth it. Just saying. Number one, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to set clear goals. And that set clear goals is further divided into two steps. Step number one, dream big. And by that I mean dream literally ridiculous. Like imagine a world where everything is possible. A place in time, a place in the world where everything is possible. There's no responsibilities for you right now. There's no economy, bubble, or whatever the fuck. Anything is possible. Make it really ridiculous. That is your dream. And I remember a little anecdote from Kevin, a friend of mine. He used to study abroad in Shanghai. He's a smart guy, and he got offered a really, really cool internship with a very, very well-renowned, worldwide, huge firm. And that internship was so good, he was like, dude, if I start with that internship right now, I have really good salary, enough money to instantly just buy a house, have a car, and have a nice little decent family. And I'm like, dude, why are you not doing it? And he's like, dude, I don't want to have a house and a car. I want to have a villa and a boat. And he declined. And ever since then, this motherfucker has been in a perpetual hustle mode. Okay, he's been in contraction phase. Now, obviously, he's been expansion phase. Obviously, he had the occasional contraction phase in between just to recover, but overall, his life was in expansion phase, and you want to do that too. Now, again, I said make it ridiculous, and I remember my ridiculous dream that was so far out there back in the days was I pictured myself, like just imagine the picture, bar, nightclub, lounge. At the end of the room, there's this big sofa. I'm chilling there with my crew. I'm having a big smile on my face. I look healthy. I look good. I have a girl to the right, girl to the left, my crew around me. I'm smiling. I'm having a good fucking time. That was my ridiculous dream. And I did that. I reached that very, very quickly. And, now I'm living my other dream, just traveling the world and inspiring people, hopefully, and being inspired and just living the fucking dream. I thought those things were freaking ridiculous. Now I'm fucking living them. It's as easy as that. Okay? I made it ridiculous. Okay? I dream big. That's step one. Step number two is ask yourself, what does it take to get there? What is the mindset of a person that is there? Okay? If it is, for example, okay, I want to make $10 million. What is the mindset of a person that makes $10 million? I gotta be open-minded for learning. I gotta understand the market. I gotta hustle fucking hard, prioritize my dream over everything else. I gotta be able to have good relationships with people who can help me. I gotta be able to communicate. I gotta be able to get back up after setbacks. I gotta be able to understand the market. I think I said that already. That's the mindset. And the other thing is, in order to get there is, what is the literal first step I could do right fucking now to get there? What is the very first step? Not like, I want to make $10 million, so I gotta invest my $1 million in the fucking business. Well, you don't have $1 million. What's the first step that you can do right freaking now? Just the first 0.0001% step towards that goal. What is that? What can you do right now? There's a book I'm reading right now. It's called Think Like a Freak. It's very good. And even there, say exactly the same. They say if you have big problems, people tend to tackle that with way too much information, way too big of a scale, and they can't solve it. In fact, if you want to think like a freak, you got to be able to tackle problems from the smallest possible starting point. So that will have an effect, and then you get a little bigger and a little bigger. You baby step yourself, basically, and it's the same that you got to do with your dream. Because otherwise you freak out. Like, where do I get 10 million now? Like, dude, start. What would be the example of the first steps? Start reading books. Start researching rich people. Do they have a YouTube channel? Do they have books? Anything like that. Where can I accumulate knowledge? And then what's my business idea? How do I build this business? Are there any courses that I could attend? And so on and so forth. For girls, now, you've purchased the natural, right? So your goal looks something like, okay, I want to get good with girls, good with people. I want to have the lifestyle. I want to have the health. I want to have the hustle ethic and all that. Okay, what's the first step? Go out there, take action, talk to a girl. Next day, talk to 2 girls, talk to 3, 4, 5, 10 girls, right? Talk to people, make friends. That might be your first step. Baby step that fucking step. And most importantly, be bought in. You gotta be bought in. There's just like, what do I mean by bought in? You gotta believe for 100% that whatever ridiculous dream you're setting yourself is possible. You gotta believe that, because dude, the world's a nasty place. The world is tough, but it's fucking fair. The success that people want will come to those who are willing to hustle for it. Very, very hard for a very long time. That's all. That's it. You gotta be bought in. Maybe not in the world that it's gonna be easy, but you gotta be bought in into the fact that if you work, you're gonna fucking get there. It's as easy as that. Now hold on a second. Because you might think something like, well, thanks, Max, that's great, thank you for the motivation, but I'm not ready yet. I'm not there yet. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck that I'm not ready yet. Because the truth is, do you think I was fucking ready for anything? Do you think I was ready when RSD was knocking on the metaphorical door and said, hey, do you want to come to Miami to do an unpaid internship for 6 months? You think I was fucking ready to do that? I had no money. I didn't have a job. I didn't have any fucking education. I wasn't ready to do that, but yet I got on that fucking airplane to Miami. Do you think I was ready doing my first boot camp when Nick, the co-founder of RZ, came up to me and was like, hey, you're a boot camp. You're the new instructor now. We want you to do a boot camp. Get 3 students. Do you think I was fucking ready to get 3 students? No. I fucking did it. I went through the motions, and I did it. Do you think I was ready at my second ever free tour, back in the days when I assisted Julian? Do you think I was fucking ready to speak in front of 450 people in Toronto? That was my second free tour. Do you think I was fucking ready for any of that? Do you think I was feeling ready? No, I just fucking did it. Do you think I was ready to create this program? The most comprehensive thing I've ever done in my entire life? No! Dude, deep down inside, I feel like a child. I feel like the fucking 15, 14-year-old dude that likes metal and watches The Simpsons. That's how I feel. You think I'm feeling ready? I'm building like this universal program that people all around the world are going to see. I'm not fucking ready for that, but yeah, I fucking do it. Because here's the truth that I realized very early. Being ready is not this magical feeling that just descends from heaven and falls into your lap, and then like one day you're waking up like, hey, I'm ready now. I'm ready to talk to the first girl after watching 10 hours of videos. No, it's not going to be like, oh, I'm ready now and I'm ready to take action. No, dude, there is no such fucking thing. The moment you go do it is the moment you're ready. The moment you do the first freaking step is you being ready. You choose when you're ready by doing the very thing you're scared of. That is what being ready means. And that first step to achieve the ultimate lifestyle is letting go. You need to start letting go, because 99.99% of the people who are not taking action, they're not taking action because they're unwilling, or it is impossible for them to let go. They don't want to let go. They hold on to them. We like things that we have, that we owned once. We don't want to let it go. I don't want to let this nice glass of water go. I have it now. But you need to learn how to let go. That means, point number one, let go of friends that drag you down. Because chances are, if you're in a perpetual contraction phase, that your friends are probably going to be there as well. You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. If you're dabbling, if you're not hustling, your friends are probably not going to hustle either. And once you step up, you shed a light on their very, very dark corners of their very identity. Which is, dude, I'm taking action, you can do that too. And they don't want to hear that. So they're going to drag you down gradually more and more. You need to let these guys and girls go. As harsh as that sounds, you got to be relentless. Now, I'm not saying judge them, be like, I'm taking action, I'm something better. No. I'm not saying you should lecture them on how stupid they're. Like, I'm taking action now. No. All I'm saying is keep it simple and stop hanging out with them. I have a lot of friends here in my hometown where we're recording this lovely online course that are literally still here. 5,000 people Cowtown. They're 25, my age. They're still here. They have the same job for 10 years, same education. They haven't stepped up. Most of them have knocked up some girl. Many of them are drug addicts, alcohol addicts, cigarette addicts, whatever it is. They're not stepping up. Now, when I'm coming back from my world tour of crushing it with women, with business, whatever the fuck it is, do you think I'm coming back and like, hey, bro, why do you suck so much? Like, look at me. No, dude, I'm not rubbing it in their face. I'm hanging out because those guys are my friends, and I spent a significant amount of time of my life with them. I'm hanging out with them. I'm catching up with them. I might have a beer with them. I hang out with them, and the moment I feel they're dragging me down again with their mainstream narrative, social narrative thinking, with their attitude of I can't hustle because I'm fucking addicted to drugs, but the moment I feel them drag down, I get up, I finish my beer, I say, dude, it was fucking epic hanging out with you again. Good old times. Thanks. Stay in touch. And I leave. And that's it. And that's the simplest thing how to cut people out. They're not mad at me. They're still my friends. I still love them, but I just don't spend time with them because they fucking drag me down. I choose to hang out with people who are hustling hard. I let go of anybody who stops hustling hard. I let go of anybody who's never hustled in the first place. That's as easy. Now, that is letting go of people. Now, there's another thing you need to let go of, is let go of any bad addictions. And addiction is a very loaded word. You're probably going to think, like, I'm not addicted to it. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not this. Dude, I'm talking about everything. And anything that doesn't get you further. Alcohol, cigarettes, porn, masturbation, unhealthy food. Yeah, you heard of masturbation. Like, fuck, man, I know that's happening. Unhealthy food. Any like coffee or whatever the fuck it is that doesn't bring you further, you need to let go of that, my friend. Which brings me to the next point, because it's kind of like embarking more on this what I just said. The question. There's one question you got to ask yourself every single freaking day, every single minute where you're not sure what you do, what you should do. You should ask yourself the question, and that is the following: is, and I quote, is this bringing me further in my life? You might want to substitute that with, is this bringing me closer to my dreams? Something like that. But that is the question. The basic premise is, drop anything and everything that is not. Okay? If you like to watch TV a lot, and it's just, and you're procrastinating, and it's not bringing you further, then you need to cut that out, my friend. I'm not saying that, like, dude, you've been, like, hustling 19 hours a fucking day and you need a little bit of break and you play some game or something. That is different. That is for you to recover so you can get back to fucking hustling. But the moment there's any haze involved, like, I'm just coping, then you need to let the fuck go of that unhealthy addiction. Now, the cool thing is, if you ask yourself that question and the answer is, yes, that is bringing me further, here's what you're going to do. You're going to nurture that. So drop everything that doesn't bring you further and nurture everything that does. Which brings me to one of my favorite concepts, one of the first ones I came up with on my journey as an instructor, RIBRIM. Respect your body, respect your mind. one of the best, dankest personal development lifestyle concepts there is. Now let's crack into the first half of that. Respect your body. What do I mean by that? The basic premise of that is feed your body things that are good for your body, okay? Feed your body things that aid you on your journey of pushing yourself physically very hard. What are those things? Number one, healthy eating. Some people are like, oh my God, I'm already, like you might be an RSD affiliate. You've been eating healthy already. That's very good. If you haven't done so, drop the fast food, drop the processed food, stop eating out at some fucking, like fast food restaurant shit. Fuck those things. Pre-cook your fucking meals. Pre-cook your meals. You want to make sure what the fuck is in there. So many stores proclaim they're healthy stores. Like all this, like the best one is like the healthy smoothie shit. You know how much sugar is in those freaking smoothies? Dude, you never know what fucking shit those people are going to try to sell you, dude. The best thing is still to cook yourself. If you don't have time to cook yourself, cook once a fucking week. Sunday night, cook there, pre-cook your meals, put it in Tupperware. Seriously, fucking do it. Okay, so what we're going to do now, my friends, you don't have to. I'm really saying you don't have to eat healthy and eat clean, but that's what I did, and really fucking helped me. It all comes down to how much do you want it. I wanted it so badly to live healthy, to be mentally as sharp as I could physically be, to get good with girls, to hustle hard, to learn the most. I wanted it so badly that I committed to myself, and I said, every 0.0001% that could get me better, I shall take that. You don't have to eat healthy, but if you want it super badly, you shall do it. So call to action here, my friend. Get up off your couch. Get up. Stand up right fucking now. Stand up. Are you standing? Good. What you're going to do now is you're going to go into your kitchen and you're going to throw away everything that is unhealthy. Throw away the chocolate bars. Throw away the potato chips. Throw away whatever the fuck it is that is processed that is not going to get you further in life. Throw it away right fucking now. I'll be here waiting. Drinking my water. Cheers. Go.
How long is it going to take him? What do you think?
Alright, if it takes too long, pause the vid and go ahead and fucking do it, okay? Just saying. On pause, thank you. So again, it's about respecting your body and giving it everything in your power to make it the best. Right? Because you're going to demand a lot from your body. If you want to work hard, you're going to demand to stay awake, to stay fucking sharp, mental focus, to push you physically very hard. Now, give it the best fuel possible. If you have a racing car and you race it a lot, you want to give it good fuel as well, right? That is your fuel, my friend. Now, apart from eating healthy, you also want to work out. Now, I'm not saying you got to be bodybuilding, super hardcore. If that is your goal, go ahead. But basic working out should definitely be part. It's good for your fucking body. You will learn how to face and overcome resistance in terms of weights. If you're doing cardio in terms of like, I don't want to, I'm sweating. It's going to teach you so fucking much when it comes to plowing through, to like enduring pain. It's crazy how good, and many people, you might even agree with me, many people say, dude, gym or sports in general and pick up lifestyle, personal development have so much in common. There's so many parallels, and I couldn't agree more. So work the fuck out. And the cool thing is it feeds into your self-respect. If you work out, again, you're like, hey, buddy, I respect you. That is why I'm doing this. And that self-respect will be radiated towards other people. People will see that, hey, this guy is respecting himself. Because, again, dude, it's not about the looks. Sure, it will help you. But, again, like, if you're, like, letting yourself go, you have, like, fucked up hygiene, said the guy with the hobo beard, haha, but I washed the beard. If you're letting go, you're fat, like, what is that saying about you? How much are you loving yourself? Can't be that much, because if you truly love yourself, you live a really fucking healthy lifestyle. So people will see that. It will be radiated around you, okay? Like this aura, whatever the fuck. Now let's talk about respecting your mind. It's very similar because I see many guys walking at the gym, eating healthy, but they're fucking up their mind. First step here to respect your mind, meditation. Meditation is so powerful when it comes to the mind, because your mind is always racing. Because every time I explain meditation to a girl or just a regular person, I'm like, meditation means you stop thinking. And everybody says, I can't do that. I can't stop thinking. I'm always thinking. That's true, man. It's like a disease. You can't stop thinking. But I don't think when I sleep. Yes, you do. Your fucking brain is processing shit. So literally, from the moment you've been born up to now, watch this video, your brain has never had a single second of break. Unless you meditated or you suffered a stroke. Okay? Horrible example. Meditation. What's the basic premise about meditation? Crash course in meditation. Okay? Because many people ask me, how do I meditate? I love meditating, and I'm at a point right now. This is so cool. Like, I do it every day before I go to sleep. When I meditate, I get high. Like, I legitimately get high. I feel physically lighter. It depends on the intensity. Sometimes when it's very intense, I feel like I'm almost floating. It's weird. I get like my hormones start releasing endorphins. I become so happy. Like sometimes I smile just out of nothing. I feel recharged. I can go to sleep. I'm gone when I'm fully present. It's amazing. I fucking love it. Not even talking about a situation where a girl gives me shit like, you did short, and I'll nag it, and I'm just like, I'm just smiling, having a good time, because my brain is cut off and shut off, and I love it. So basic premise about meditation, how to do it. Sit down, okay? Any sitting position is cool. If you sit in a chair, that's cool too, or you do the lotus position, which is, like the feet together. Most importantly is, though, that you have a straight spine. So don't like oh, meditation right now, like chilling. No, straight spine. That's it. You can hold your hands like this. You can hold them like this. You can have them rest on your lap. That's totally cool. Okay, don't worry. It's not that much about position, but again, straight spine, and you should be comfortable. I like it when I'm connected to the floor, when I'm like grounded with my foot soles, and you can do it with open eyes. But when you do it with open eyes, try to stare at a white wall or at a tree or something, not at a TV or something. I would do that. I personally prefer closed eyes because it's just easier to turn the attention inwards. Because what you want to do is I'm going to close my eyes now. Who cares? I'm going to close my eyes, and I want to be aware. Self-awareness, mindfulness meditation. I want to be aware of any emotional sensation in my body, of any stress, or any feeling of jealousy, hate, worry, anything that I want to locate that, and I want to be aware of that. What I want to do now is the beauty of that. We talked a lot about that in the natural state chapter. Is you want to accept those feelings. You don't want to be like, no, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling worried. No. Be like, okay, I'm worried now. It's literally like a ghost, like an aura, just like, you let it go through you. You're not like, oh, no. You're like, okay, worried, fear, anxiety. So you let it go through you. It's like you're standing at the highway and you're watching a car go from right to left. You just let it happen. Like a ship, you let it sail away. Let's go. Let it sail through you. And then, once you accept that, once you accept your emotions, you're going to go a step further into accepting your thoughts. Because again, the basic premise is not thinking, right? If I say don't think, you're going to think. If I say don't think about a pink elephant, you're going to think about a pink elephant. So what you want to do is you want to be like, okay, thoughts. Again, let them go through you. Just like the car from left to right, right to left. Just let it go through you. And all of a sudden, you will glimpse a little bit of what we call presence. Presence is nothing else than being in the moment. Once you think, you can only think about the past or about the future. You can't think about the very moment. Because the moment you think about the moment is gone, right? So presence is being, I'm fully in the moment because I shut off my thinking. The first, as an example, I think Eckhart Tolle brings that in his book, The Power of Now. He says, if you ever watched a sunset or had such an intense orgasm that that were so happy, you had goosebumps, you cried for beauty, that was because your body was so overwhelmed by that beautiful stimulus that it shut off its thinking, that you reached presence. And all of a sudden it was beautiful. It was so beautiful that you cried. That is because there's so much bliss in being present, because there's no thoughts, no ego holding you back, worrying you. You're fully present. And then you reach presence, and once you reach presence, you're going to be like, whoa, I'm present, I did it! Fuck, I'm thinking again. You're going to reach it for a second, half a second, 5 seconds, and you're going to be back to thinking loop. It's cool. It's cool, don't worry. Sometimes I still have, and I do this for 20 minutes, by the way. Sometimes I have 20-minute meditation sessions, and I reach presence for 10, 15 seconds. Sometimes I reach presence for 5 minutes. That's cool. Sometimes I reach it not at all. Don't judge yourself. When you do that meditation, don't be like, that was a good meditation. That was a bad meditation. There is no such thing when it comes to meditation. The basic premise of meditation is full acceptance. Okay, I meditated. 20 minutes, over. The way to time it is, I'm setting a little alarm on my phone. I'm not doing like, like that's like freaking you out, like you were so nicely present. So I have like a beep tone, like beep, 20 minutes are over. Because the cool thing there is like if you're so present and you love it, you have that beep, you know 20 minutes are over. But you can keep going if you want to. Now, I started with 15 minutes. If you're having trouble to not do shit, do that first and then extend to 20 minutes. People are extending it to hours. That's cool too. I personally prefer hustling a lot. 20 minutes is enough for me. Do that. Obviously, you want to be in an environment where there's not a lot of stimulus, so you can fully turn your attention inwards. So, quiet room, quiet apartment. If there's people hustling and bustling around you, that's cool. There's this thing called white noise that I love when I do meditation, when there's a lot of shit going on around me. I can even meditate on airports. So what I do is I close my eyes, I put sunglasses over it so people don't see I have my eyes closed, because some people are like, oh, let's steal his shit, he's sleeping, right? So sunglasses on, eyes closed, and I plug in my in-ear headphones that are automatically canceling out a lot of the noise, and I play white noise. If you go to YouTube, celestial white noise, it's 10 hours. It's also good to sleep, and it's just like literally that, because it's constant. Your mind can forget about it. It's almost like silence, even though silence is still the best. Yeah, that is meditation. Keep your mind at rest at some points. Give it some rest. Respect your mind and give it some rest. Which brings me to the next point. You want to feed your mind with the proper nutrition, right? Just as you're feeding your body with vegetables, vitamins, whatever, you want to feed your mind as well with good things. I get so many people that let all the bullshit in their mind. Negative thoughts, jealous thoughts, all these low vibration energy. It's tough, I know, dude. It's happening. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect in that. I maybe Eckhart Tolle, I don't know. But like every regular person has negative thoughts, and you can't keep all of them away. But you need to be aware of it first. The moment you're aware of the thoughts that are coming in, you'll be able to say no to certain thoughts. I personally, again, what gets me further? Positive thoughts, cool, come in. Negative thoughts, get the fuck out. It's like you're having a house. Just imagine, and this is an analogy that I love, it's by Elliot Hulse. Just imagine you have a fucking house. You have a beautiful house, with your beautiful wife, your children in there, all your belongings are in that house. And you're standing at the door. You see a positive thought, right? A positive person coming by. Hey, can I come in? Yeah, sure, dude, thanks, come in. Be my guest, you're a positive person. But then a shady person comes along, right? Like, aggressive, bad. You can feel like there's something wrong with that person. And that person's like, hey, can I hang out? Will you say yes? You say, no, get the fuck out of here, I call the cops. You would do that for your house, yet you're not doing it for your mind, which is so much more powerful and such a bigger asset than your freaking house. So be aware of the thoughts that are coming in and say no thank you for those thoughts that you don't need. Let them go through you. Goodbye, thank you. And the positive thoughts, nurture them. Make them feel welcome. And eventually you will have a better mindset in everything you're doing. You will nurture that positivity, right? There's this old saying, I can't remember, it might be from Apocalyptica, Apocalypto, the movie from Mel Gibson. It might be from some like ancient Indian fucking myth or whatever. The basic thing is this: the tribe leader, grandfather, super experienced dude, hangs out with his son. And he says, son, in every person's mind, in every person's soul, there are two wolves fighting each other. One wolf wants hatred, is jealous, he's aggressive, he wants to kill. The other wolf, he wants peace. He wants love. He brings freedom. And those two wolves are always fighting within every person's soul. And the kid says, but Dad, how do I know which one's going to win? And the tribe leader, awesome dude, says, the one you feed will be the one who wins. It's exactly the same with your attitude. Feed, nurture positivity, let go of the negativity. Obviously, you won't be able to do it 100%, but do it to the greatest possible extent. Respect your mind. Same goes for people. We talked about this already. Let go of people that are having a negative influence on you. Let go, let go, let go. And surround yourself with people. Gradually, because when you're on your journey, you will slowly but steadily attract positive people. Let those people in your life. Welcome them. Doesn't need to mean that those people need to be striving the exact same thing. But as long as there's people who are hustling hard, who are loving it, and who make you feel relaxed and motivated, get those people in. There's never enough of those people. Seriously, surround yourself with those people. The other thing when it comes to respecting your mind is your frames. Remember that we talked about in that very chapter, frames. Those are affirmations you repeat over and over in yourself. What are those frames doing? They're nurturing your positive minds. They're nurturing whatever it is that aids you on your journey on becoming naturally good with anything you set your mind to. Okay, so your frames are the best thing to do. So head back to the frames chapter if you feel like if you've forgotten, right? Also, new content. Be open-minded. Nurture your brain, right? Give it new challenges, which means the following. Blast fucking audiobooks. Read. Watch videos. Be open-minded. Watch videos of, you might start with RSD, then you thrive over to Elliot Hulse, Tony Robbins and all these things. You're like, okay, cool. Keep your mind engaged with new ideas, with people who made it. Really, there's so much time that's going to be wasted by all those people. You're commuting probably. If you're commuting anywhere, if you're going to the gym, if you're cooking, what is your brain doing? Striving off, thinking bullshit thoughts? No, get in your earplugs, listen to an audiobook. You're commuting, put in some fucking audiobook. Whatever you're doing, get the value in. Go stream on YouTube some cool shit that interests you, that gets your brain involved, right? That nurtures whatever you need to do. No fucking time is going to be wasted here. No fucking time. Let's talk about resting here, because there's a lot of great motivational speakers out there that I love, but I feel like resting doesn't get the attention it should be, and I understand it too, because again, 99.99% of people are always in contraction phases, and if you just mention a little bit of resting, they're like, oh, I'm in a resting phase right now, right? But it is true, resting for the hard hustler is an intrinsic part of hustling in and of itself. Those are little mini contraction phases, but the difference here is those contraction phases are there because they will aid you to get back into expansion phase. That is the only purpose of resting. First and foremost, I'm talking from my own experience, the best way to know whether or not you should rest is your body. Listen to your body. If you feel unnaturally exhausted, even though you slept the exact same amount, rest. In the extreme cases, you'll start shaking. In the extreme cases, you get like a rash. I've had those. Those are not good things. If that happens, you're already too late, and it's about fucking time for you to rest. But in general, listen to your body. When it comes to physical exhaustion as well as mental exhaustion, your body's going to tell you, hey man, I need a little bit of break. Be in form of a little bit more sleep. Be in form of having less focus. When that happens to you, it's time to rest a little bit. Now, important, if you're just a little bit similar to me in terms of work ethic, don't hate yourself when you rest. Don't. Your self-love, your self-respect should come from, meditation, feeding yourself with good things. We talked about this. It should not come from your achievements. You should always love yourself. You should love yourself as much when you're grinding, fucking killing it, just as much as when you're sleeping in a little bit. And again, I got to be careful with that, because you should not sleep in a lot. You should sleep in just when you need to. Okay, but even if that happens, be like, okay, I deserved it. That's cool. And I love myself just as much right now. Because also, there's this little productivity trap that many people fall into. They're like, well, if I cut my sleep, I get more shit done. That's oftentimes a trap, because the truth is, sometimes resting can be more productive than hustling, because you're maintaining your focus. So try to get your sleep all the time. Don't overwork yourself too much, because you might get in more hours of work, but you get less done. Make sense? So again, resting is productive as well if you do it right, when you're listening to your body and we totally love yourself. Also, when you rest fully. Full on resting. Because I know, dude, when you're an hustle, when you love what you do, which is great, and you have a day off, and you're like, I'm just gonna work a little bit. Just I'm just gonna be just a quick video editing, right? That's what I think. And, that's great. You feel like it. You're going to feel good. But then Monday comes, or whatever day there is, the day after the resting day, and you're supposed to be full on back at hustling. And then you're like, well, I didn't fully rest. I'll rest a little bit now. And then it's all this wishy-washy half-assing. If you rest fully. If you want to get back to work, that's great. That's great. I love that feeling when I'm resting and I'm like, dude, I want to get back to work. Because that means when I'm getting back to work, when it's time to get back to work, I'll go back to work fucking fully. It's a great fucking sign. But again, rest fully if you rest. And also, which is the beauty about that, it feeds into your self-confidence. Why does it feel into your confidence? Because you're treating yourself well. Like, dude, I've been hustling hard. I've been killing it at the gym, killing it at the work or whatever it is. Now, I'm giving myself a little bit of rest because I love myself, because I respect myself. And same spiel when we talked about the gym, that's being reflected, radiated to the outside. This guy's respecting himself, he's letting go, and that draws people in. In terms of pickup, in terms of game of talking to girls, right? Pick the worst day of the week. That's what I used to do. Like, if you live in a city where, like, it's always cool, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is always great, but Mondays, yeah, it's a little off. Pick that week, that will be your off day. That will be your day, you know, where you can invite a girl to hang out with, where you can invite a bro, or just stay at home alone, where you're not going out. And it's great because, again, you will return even stronger, even better. It gives you time to self-reflect and just give yourself a little rest. That is your off day. And what I also did, this is just like personal experience, me and my friends, we did a cheat day. And that one we would do every month. So every, like, 29th of the month, we would do a so-called cheat day. Because we've been eating clean all fucking month, working out pretty much every day, you know, whatever it is, hustling hard, working hard, going out every fucking day. Not on cheat day. On cheat day, we'd almost like celebrate. And again, this is just something personal we did. We were like almost celebrating. We would meet at one of our friends' apartments. We were like 4 or 5 dudes. We would buy the nastiest bullshit fast food there is. Not necessarily because we were craving it. Sure as well. I like eating. I'm a natural fatty. I could eat chocolate pizza all day. But also because you do it to such a great extent, so you're looking forward to eating clean again. You're looking forward to hitting it hard again. So it would literally be like, the rule would be like no work. You're not allowed to work all day. You're not allowed to go to the gym. You're not allowed to do any email check. You wake up in the morning and you show up at your friend's place and you eat bullshit food. So that's what we did once a month, and it was cool because it gives you something to look forward to as well. Like, I'm hustling hard, yeah, cheat day in a couple days, it's gonna be sick, fuck yeah, and it's cool. So check out this picture. This is us. Must have been a year or two ago. Look at my baby face, no beard. On cheat day, notice the unhealthy food and notice the shopping cart. Yeah, it's funny. It's an event. It's fucking funny. And the day after that, we got the fuck back to hustle mode, and it was amazing. Just something personal we did. Feel free to do so as well. I liked it. I liked it a lot. One of the first things that people recognized about me was the following: cold showers. Take cold showers every fucking day. And I'm not talking about the pussy version of cold showers, like,
I'm gonna shower normally and then have 10 seconds of cold water at the end.
No, I'm talking about cold fucking showers from beginning to the goddamn end. With everything you do under the shower, with the shampoo on, with the like fucking shaving, yes, cold freaking showers. I'm European, we shave. If you're American, you probably don't. Said the guy with the bare chest. Anyway, why is it so good? Cold showers, adrenaline boost. There's nothing that wakes you up more. It's crazy. It's good for your testosterone boost. It will boost your testosterone. It will hustle hard, and it helps with uncomfortable situations. Cause, dude, you're gonna go to your fucking shower. You're gonna turn it on cold, and then the water is gonna come down, and you're not even touching the water yet, but you feel the cold air just like touching your naked skin, and every cell in your body is gonna tell you, no. I don't fucking want to do the cold shower. Fuck no. Every cell in your body is going to resist. But yet, you're going to show your fucking body who's the boss. You're going to show your fucking brain who's the boss. You're going to plow through that, and you're going to step under that cold shower. As a little tip, I started with my forehead, and it's cold as balls, and then I get in with my whole back. When it comes down over your back, that's the coldest moment. Who cares? Breathe. Focus on breathing. I'm like... Get that shampoo ready, you know, the shower gel. You're going to shower a lot quicker, too. It's going to save a lot of time. Don't do it when you're sick. Just saying, when you're feeling sick, get back to warm showers. You don't want to push your body too much. It gets back to this resting when your body's saying no, right? But again, other than that, take very cold showers. It helps so much with uncomfortable situations. If there's something close to magic pill when it comes to approach anxiety, cold showers because you're going to have the same response. You see a beautiful girl, you're like, every cell of your body's like, no, 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 no. But you taught yourself on a daily basis through those cold showers. They're like, fuck you, I don't care. I'll do it anyway. It will literally help you so fucking much. A little thing that helped me a lot was I created a ritual out of it. Like, again, like a celebrative, if that's a word, ritual. So I had a little post-it that I would post on my shower curtain or my shower wall that says, take a cold shower every day. Or like, hey, smiley face, take a cold shower every day. And then the date of when I started. So you want to be on a streak, right? I think I had July 1st or something. So it was like August, September. I didn't want to take a cold shower. I'm like, fuck, dude, all these months now, I'm going to keep going. I remember I pulled girls. I had like great sex with her at 3 a.m. in the morning. We're getting ready to sleep. And she's like, oh, baby, let's shower. And I'm like, I'll let you shower first because I'm going to take a cold shower. It's going to suck balls. But I fucking did it. I'm proud of myself and I loved it. I made this ritual. I also told myself when I'm going in, like, that was my back in the day, my pickup name was Luke Jaywalker. If you remember that, absolutely cool. Thanks for following for so long. I called myself Luke Jaywalker and I opened the door, turned on the cold shower. I was like, my name is Luke Jaywalker and I'm taking a cold shower every day. I'm going in now. And then I did it. And that just helped me. That ritual thing was a cool thing to do, and the fact that you're getting the result that you're getting there is, again, you're getting your brain on your side. Your brain, there's this thing called prefrontal cortex. It's the willpower center. It's like a muscle. Your brain is like a muscle. The areas in your brain are like a muscle. If you train yourself every day to activate your prefrontal cortex to strengthen your willpower, you get your brain on your side. If you have your brain on your side, amazing. Okay, like you're unfucking stoppable. I personally think that the human mind is the most powerful force in the universe. Okay, I'm not talking about physical force like gravity or whatever the fuck, but I think if you set the right things into your brain and you pull your brain on your side, you're fucking unstoppable. Seriously, I 100% believe that. Talk about being bought in. Another rule for myself, you might remember that from the extensive approach anxiety chapter, make yourself a little bit uncomfortable every day. I believe if you ever enter the Facebook headquarters, not sure if they still have it, but apparently they have it written in huge letters, do something you're afraid of every day. It's a great fucking rule to live by because you're going to expand your comfort zone every day. You train your willpower just like you're doing the cold shower. You're not going to miss out on a lot of opportunities because you see a beautiful girl and you're like, no, I can't do it, it's uncomfortable. Like, well, this is my thing that I do today, right? This is my uncomfortable one thing that I'm going to do today. It's a great rule to live by, again. And I mentioned earlier already this whole getting your brain on your side. Another thing that helps a lot, other than training your willpower center, is motivation, inspiration. As weird as that sounds, it helped me a lot. Those motivational YouTube videos, I have some of those now as well, which is actually kind of cool now that I think about it. I kept watching motivation videos, now I have my own motivational videos. That's crazy. You know those motivational videos on YouTube? I watch those. I don't care. I don't care if they're like, if they're cheesy with the music. I don't care. It helped me. It got me fucking pumped, so I watched those. I watch those every day. I watched those so much that like I could lip sync the speeches. It was crazy. Helps a lot. It's like this brain marinade, right? Or marinade. Brain marinade that you're just like, you're soaking your brain in like willpower, cold showers, something you're afraid of every day, positive thinking, respect your body, respect your mind, positive people, influences, having my goals, having my frames, motivation, inspiration. That's just like, if you have a medium, like a okay steak and you give it a really good marinade, I'm not a steak expert, it's going to be good. And it's the same with your fucking brain. So motivation, inspiration, those videos. Autobiographies of people who made it. Extremely important. Why? Because it does one thing. It's going to show you that all those people who made it, be it Arnold Schwarzenegger, Nikki Sixx, the rock star, the businessman, it's going to show you that those people are nothing else than flesh, bones, skin, and a hell of a fucking dream. Just like you. Because what we tend to do in our society, we glorify them. Like, oh, they're mystical creatures of success. But I'm just a regular. I'm the common people. No, dude. If you read those autobiographies of how they struggled in the first month, how they grew up, how they had a dream, how they worked hard, got back after setbacks, and if you continuously circle that in your brain, it will make success so much more tangible for you. It will become so much closer to you. It's not this magical sphere out there. I know it's like, dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger was afraid. He had to risk shit. You know, whatever the fuck, he had to work hard. You're like, damn, okay, I guess I can do it too. Just saying, get yourself those autobiographies of people that do it. Another thing, in terms of motivation and inspiration, continuous repetition of your goals. Always be aware, why are you doing this? Because people always ask me, how do I have the willpower? How do I work hard? And I always said, this is, by the way, a TED Talk, how always equals why. If your why is big enough, the how is going to handle itself automatically. So if you repeat your goals every fucking day, write them fucking down, hang them on the kitchen, fridge, hang them on a big poster, have a vision board, wherever it is, repeat your goals every freaking day. That's nurturing your why, and the how will fall automatically. That's the same with frames. I had it in my frames. Remember again the frames chapter. I had it in my frames, my goals. I read them out to me every freaking day. I made sure my why is not dying down. The flame of why is always burning. And the how automatically comes down on the everyday life. I also would read stories. Similar to the autobiographies, I would read those lay report stories, like of crazy sex adventures of others. That was my goal. I want to have crazy sex adventures, so I read those lay reports. I wrote them myself to inspire others, and I read them to be inspired myself. Outside school activities, very similar. Join a sports club. Join the chess club. Join a choir. I mentioned earlier, I joined a choir. Why? Because it was outside of my comfort zone. It kept me getting new experiences in. I had more access to people, more access to friends, more access to successful people, potentially. And I had more experiences with being social, and I had more access to girls. As weird as that sounds now. I was young and wanted to have the experience. I'm still young. I still want to have the experience. Let's talk about masturbation. To fap or not to fap. Right? This whole no fap movement, I personally find it a little weird that it's like a movement about like non-masturbation. I'm not here to preach things. I'm just going to share my personal experience, okay? And I have to say, not masturbating while I was out there going out and trying to get more girls and trying to become better with girls. My experience with not masturbating was really fucking good. It helped me so much because I kept going out like crazy. Because I was like, oh, I'm horny. And instead of, sitting at home all night and embarking on this epic jerk-off session, I'd be like, well, fuck, I told myself I have the rule and I'm going to fap. I got to get out. If I want to have an orgasm, I got to talk to fucking girls. So I was motivated as fuck. Things like physicality that I'd always had trouble with. Like I was never a person who would naturally touch people. I was like, that's fucking weird, right? So even when I touched the girls in the beginning, hug her, be a little physical, I'd have to do it. It was so awkward for me, like, that is the physicality. I hope it works, right? But when I stopped masturbating, I did it because I loved it. I would just touch the girl's arm, and I'd be like, it became so congruent, and I became so, sharp at that and calibrating. It was just really cool. My approach ethic was through the fucking roof. Again, I was like, dude, this girl is amazing, and I want to come with her. So I gotta fucking talk to her. There's no other chance, right? It was really good. I stopped being lethargic. It was crazy. Is lethargic the same as apathy? I don't know. I stopped being a lazy fucking prick. That's what I did. I had energy. I was like, dude, I just want to do shit. Instead of chilling and jerking off, I was like, let's do it. I had huge energy. My testosterone was through the roof. Gym energy became a piece of cake. I started lifting way heavier. It was crazy. I gotta say a word of warning. If you're a person that says, dude, I'm way too horny of a fucking bastard, I become extremely uncalibrated because I'm so horny, you still want to try and experiment around with it. This is something I should always recommend, but you might not want to do it. Just saying. Still experiment with it first, though. But hold on a second, Max. I have a job. It's easy for you, Max. This is your job, doing all these things. I mean, you have all this spare time, yada. First of all, shut the fuck up. No. I work like a retard. I work like a dog, and I still manage to go to the gym and talk to girls and whatever the fuck. Just saying. But I want to share a story with you. Back in the days when I did have a job, when I did go to school, I studied abroad in Washington, D.C. for 6 months. My everyday life looked like this. I got up at 8 in the morning. At 9 a.m., I had to be at school. I went there. I studied. I did whatever there was to do. From 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., I was at school. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., I had a 1-hour window to eat lunch And by the way, I had breakfast. At 8 a.m. I had breakfast. Yeah. At 1 p.m. From 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. I had lunch, and I went to my work. I had an office job that would take from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so I ate. I went there, and even there, on my way to school, and from my school to my job, if I would see a pretty girl, I would again still approach her. Because that time walking there will otherwise be wasted. I listened back in days to the RSD videos on my $20 MP3 player that didn't even have a display. I had to like toggle, like skip the thing until the Tyler video would show up, right? That's what I did. And when I saw a hot girl, I would pause it and then talk to the girl. Even if it was for 30 seconds, who cares? You can get a quick number closing if you feel it. You can exchange numbers. Even if not, you got your practice done. You made it worth the travel time of the 30 minutes walk from your school to the job. I went to the job and I worked hard there from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now, guess fucking what? If there was no work to be done in the office, what did I do? I would write lay reports. I would read shit. I would watch YouTube videos. I would blast an audiobook. 5 p.m. comes, I would eat my pre-workout meal at my desk. 5 p.m., boom, get out the pre-workout meal, eat it. I would then proceed to go straight from the job to my gym. I would have my gym clothes with me all day. I went to the gym at 5:30. I worked out for an hour and a half. I was probably at home around 7. 7 p.m. I was at home. Time for my post-workout meal. I would cook fresh every fucking day. If I didn't want to cook fresh, I would prepare my meal. I would eat that now. Okay, so that is again around 7:30. I would be done around 8:39. What am I going to do now? I go to fucking sleep. I go to sleep and I sleep 2.5 hours until 11 p.m. Why? Because I want to do game. I wanted to go out and talk to girls to work on my social skills. So at 11 p.m., even if it was during the fucking week, I would go to that one bar where there was like 10 people, and I talked to girls, and I talked to people. I was done at around 3 a.m. in the morning. Between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. in the morning, I would come home. I would squeeze in another meal just to keep building muscle because I was going to the gym every fucking day like a maniac. Not saying that is good. You need rest day as well, but I didn't know that back then. I go home at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. in the morning, and I slept. And I slept fucking well, and I was happy. And I would get up in the morning, again, at 8 a.m. in the morning, 7:30, after 4 hours of sleep, and I repeated it. So I split my sleep into 4 hours plus 2/3 hours. I had enough. And you know what? Sometimes I didn't even have the time to check my messages, check my phone. I didn't. Sounds stressful? Sure. But I have to say, this was one of the happiest times of my entire fucking life. I was working so hard. My muscles were so sore. I was always fucking engaged. My brain, I did meditate for 15 minutes a day. I did do that. I lived in an apartment with 2 rooms with 5 other guys. I was crashing on a $70 Walmart mattress in the living room together with 2 other guys, while the other 2 guys had the adjacent room. There would be people awake all the time. I don't know what was... They were cool guys, my friends. I don't know what was wrong with us, but there was always people awake. Like, if you want to go to sleep at 4 a.m. in the morning, there would be people walking around. Yeah, I put a T-shirt, and I put it over my eyes, and I would listen to white noise so I could sleep. I had no fucking money. I had no spare time, but I loved it so fucking much. Best fucking time of my life. Why? Because every single thing I did was getting me closer to my dream. I went to the gym, I worked hard. I learned English. I engaged my mind. I learned new things. I was so happy because I was on my path. I had no spare time because I didn't need any spare time. It was great. It was amazing. Just saying, so if I can do that, you can do that too. Again, become creative. Blast audiobooks on your way there. If the people at your work suck, don't have lunch with them. Have lunch somewhere else. Blast an audiobook. Read a fucking book. Okay? It's as easy as that. depending on how demanding your job is, you can even get in other value in your job. What I did, I used to serve in the Austrian military, okay? We have military duty in Austria for 6 months. I was in the military, and I was at the fucking commando building with all the lieutenants and the majors and all this stuff. And you know, I had to like handle random shit, like copy the paper and whatnot, right? I was there, but many times we had nothing to do. Because, to be honest, like, military people in Austria can be quite lazy depending on their position. So, sometimes I had hours of nothing to do. Now, my friends in the military, who were in similar positions, were complaining, dude, it's boring, I have nothing to do. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously fucking kidding? You have nothing to do and you're bored? Dude, read a goddamn book. Learn a fucking language. And those guys looked at me, they were like, what the fuck? It was funny, actually. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where the fuck would I learn a language? I'm like, dude, this time is fucking valuable. So you know what I did? Here's what I did. I was sitting there on my fucking desk, and unless somebody would tell me something to do, I would read. Back in the days, I was about to become a musician. Long story, I'll keep it short. I was about to become a musician, and I knew after military I would apply for the music school, music university in Vienna. So I was like, might as well start studying now. Will make it easier for me, will bring me further to my dream. So I was learning how to read fucking notes. I would learn the entire music theory of 4 years in high school, because I didn't have music education in my high school, of 4 years of high school. In my military time, I was sitting there in my uniform studying fucking notes. And I remember a major coming by once, and he's like, what the fuck is that? And I was so nervous, I'm like, learning music notes. And he looked at it, and I could tell. Because it was okay that we would read our own things, but he was just not used to, like, the young guy learning shit. He was used to, like, the young guy playing on his phone. And he was like, and I could see in his face that he respected that. He was like, he was impressed. And as he walked away, he, like, tried to act cool. So he, like, shook his head, like, music, learning, notes. And I was like, yeah, that's what I did. So depending on how tough your job is, get the fucking value in if you can do so. Because, I said it again, I said it already and I say it again, how always equals why. If your why is big enough, you'll find a way the how handles itself. Now, here's your call to action, my friend. Here's your call to action, because remember, this is an action-based online course. You have an action call to action point in every fucking chapter, because the time that you've been spending watching this fucking video is wasted. It's down the fucking drain if you're not able to put it into practice. Do yourself the favor. I don't care. I'm happy if you watch this, dude. Thank you. But you should care. You need to take this thing into action. What I did in order to track my progress, this is a little goodie here, is I had an Excel sheet with all my goals for the day. Okay, I had like the date of the fucking month, like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and so on until the 30th or whatever. And I had that on one line, and the other line I had the things I want to do every day. Because remember, it's about those little steps that you do every fucking day. It's not about the big decisions, it's about those little steps that you do every day. So I had reading. I had no FAP there. I had doing pickup practice. I had doing pickup theory. I had, again, that was after my musicianship, where I wanted to become a professional poker player in order to sustain a lifestyle of traveling and talking to girls. I would do poker theory. I would do poker practice. I would do going to the gym. I would do eating clean. I believe those were the 8 points. Oh, and I also had reading and meditation. So I had 10 points. I had those 10 points in, and when I did it on that day, every single point would get a green fill. If I didn't do it that day, by the end I was going to sleep, it would get a red fill. And what I want to do is, because I'm OCD, is I want to have the entire fucking field of the entire goddamn month leading up to cheat day fucking green. It's beautiful if you have that. It's a good way to track it, and it kind of gets you in this position of being responsible and accountable to yourself. Because remember, it's about those little steps that you do every fucking day. You want to habitualize what brings you further. Remember that question, does that bring me further? Yes or no? There has to be continuity. People start all the time. People start a fitness product. People start a natural, and they don't fucking finish it. This world, the history of mankind, is not made by people who start. It is made, it is written, it is being brought into progress by people who finish fucking things. do yourself the favor, my friend. Really do yourself the favor. You got to realize that this life that you're leading, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Through the actions that you've been taking, through the decisions that you've been making. This life can be a shitty life. This can be a mediocre life, which is for the majority of people. Or this life could be so fucking amazing, where you wake up in the morning and all you're thinking about is like, dude, I just want to get up. I want to get to my work. I want to do my passion because I have the possibility to do so. And if you reach that life through your continuous hustle and through the positivity and through the people you love that hang out with you and through the proper resting, if you reach this life, you own this fucking life. There's nothing better in this world than that. It is your responsibility to get there. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fast, but it's possible. That's all that you got to do, my friend. Take fucking action. Thanks.